To the semi-final round of competition to face either the Chevrolet Stomper of Mike Witt or Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger. The question being now, Army, they have been working on in the pit area. Gravedigger, as you know, you heard Dennis Anderson say he pretty well fried his transmission. He is going to try to get it to the starting line to get these valuable Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge points.
Well, Mike Witt works the Stomper up to the starting line. He will not pull into the staging lane. He's looking over his right shoulder to see if Anderson can get the Gravedigger squared away. He wants to give him the benefit of all doubt. I don't believe he's going to make it. Some of the crew members are watching him. Anderson's thrashing around the vehicle. No, I don't believe he's going to make it, Richard.
And I'll tell you, that's going to be a real shame because these two guys paired off in first-round competition. Dennis Anderson beat Mike Witt in the first round, blew him away, really. It was going to be an opportunity for revenge for Mike Witt. Now, Stomper has to make a bye run. I guess good news for Mike Witt, he gets to try something, but he does not get to take out his revenge.
Richard, we told you a little bit earlier about the type of transmission Mike Witt runs. It's a dragster-style transmission. The harder it goes, it's kind of like winding up a rubber band. The harder it goes, the more power it'll lay to the ground. What he did, he left the starting line within a neutral position, pulled it into a low gear, and it's not working for him. Richard, you notice the flames coming out of the exhaust duct. Witt is really RPM in the engine. It's a bye run. It's good that it is a bye run. The ground speed is not there. He may have actually hurt this vehicle on the run.
Well, I'll tell you, it looked and sounded like he was binding that powerful engine of the Chevrolet on the Stomper machine, but good news is Mike Witt moves to the semifinal round of action to take on the Alien. So a tough luck night for Dennis Anderson, good for Mike Witt.
Dennis Anderson, what exactly happened to you tonight?
I busted a bell housing on my automatic transmission. I think I've got an engine mount problem. I launched across the first set of cars, and I noticed my torque converter was messing up to start off with, but I finished that round, and it looked like I was going to burst into flames there for a few minutes, but I came back and we saw the bell housing was busted on the transmission.
On your run a moment ago, when the Gravedigger couldn't make the call, did you do a bonsai shot? All of a sudden, you came out like a rocket. How did you leave the line that quick?
Army, I really had it in low gear, and with the Crowder clutch in it, you can't really shift unless the RPMs come all the way down on the motor. So I took off in first, shifted to second, and then I went back on to third at the very end of the track just to see what it would feel like, and if we could shift it very quick, something we might have to try someday.
Well, Stomper, keeping the hope of the Chevrolet fans alive. We're down to the final four. We're going to find out what all the action's about in just a moment.
And here's what we're going to find out about right now, Army. The ultimate matchup, Chevrolet against Ford. USA won second in the national points race, going up against Bigfoot, the national points leader. And here is something that is a shocker to me. As they are coming to the line, it looks like Rod Litzow is going to be on the right side of the track. Now, he said earlier the left side was the best lane. What's going on here?
I tell you, it has you confused. Think what it has Rich Hoosier thinking right now. He thinks that Litzow's got something up his sleeve, and he just may have it. The Ford doesn't have a choice. He must go to the opposite lane, and Litzow sits on the inside with a big grin on his face, Richard, going to a whole new part of the track, working it right. He said he would not be there. That's not the case.
I don't know what the strategy is, Rod Litzow. It could backfire on him as they're off and rolling.
No, Litzow comes out like a rocket. Look at the chassis starts to unload. He lines it up. Final jump. Richard, the national championship point chase just tightened up a ton.
Rod Litzow, the winner with that powerful motor. Maybe Rich Hoosier's going to have to reevaluate putting a bigger engine in that Bigfoot Ford, as we'll be back with more semifinal round competition in a moment.
The Total Sports Network.
If it's too cool for you outdoors in November, warm up indoors as the heartbeat of America. Today, Chevy Trucks and TNT Motorsports bring you the hottest in truck and tractor pulling and monster truck racing. See the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge Friday and Saturday, November 11th and 12th at Garrett Coliseum in Montgomery, Alabama, and on Saturday, November 19th at the new Charlotte Coliseum, Charlotte, North Carolina. The stars of monster truck racing will do battle on Saturday, November 19th in the spacious Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana. But while the big trucks are racing at Indy, you'll also see the top modified tractors and two-wheel drive trucks from the Red Band TNT All-American Pulling Series. Look for superstars such as David Banner, Pat Friels, Mike Stokes, Wayne Roush, and Ken Lamont. Look for the heartbeat of America, today's Chevy Trucks and TNT Motorsports, to bring a truck and tractor pull or a monster truck race to your hometown. Back in Nashville just a few moments ago, you saw the USA 1 Chevrolet of Rod Litzow knock off Bigfoot and Rich Hoosier. And the surprise to us was the lane choice that Rod Litzow had. He had been telling us the left lane was the best lane, but he came out and fired up in the right lane. Why?
Rod Litzow going into the final, Rod. How's it make you feel?
Great. It was a little squirrely on that last run, but we had enough speed to pull it out in the end there, and it made it.
Okay, now I made an observation a minute ago. We were talking earlier in the evening. You said you were going to run that left lane all night long. When everybody laid the cards on the table, Bigfoot went up that left lane. You went to the right lane. Why did you make the lane choice?
Sometimes it psychs the drivers up a little bit, throws them off. That's the biggest reason I like doing it.
USA 1's going to be in a final. The question is, who will be going against, the Alien or the Stomper Chevrolet?
So Rod Litzow, not only with a powerful motor, but he's playing powerful mind games tonight, isn't he, Army?
You know, mind games are a part of it. It's motorsporting. I know he had Hoosier thinking, because Hoosier was not planning on being in that lane. Speaking of thinking, we told you about this young man. Hasn't been on the tour that much, but definitely has impressed a lot of people this weekend in Nashville.
That, of course, Kevin Dabney. As you said, he's got the Nissan sheet metal, but a Chevrolet small block engine. And we spent some time with this machine earlier today, Army.
You know, Kevin's truck is very, very interesting. He has a whole different philosophy. For an example, the tires he runs, they're designed to actually claw, to dig into the dirt. They actually go over the top of the crunch cars a lot easier. Located behind the driver, the engine. The engine is a small block Chevrolet, not a 400 cubic inch or a 500 cubic inch engine, a supercharged 350 cubic inch engine. A force from another planet? You might know it's going to be coming out of the Sunshine State of Florida, the name of the Alien.
And that is Kevin Dabney sitting at the line now, and back behind him in the distance, you see Mike Witt and Stomper, and they have got some problems getting the Stomper machine started.
Yeah, Richard, right now, down trackside, they're trying to turn the engine over by hand. They're having starter problems. They've already changed the starter. Gail Medford, a backup driver on the truck, is working feverishly on the bottom of the truck. Mike Witt sits patiently in the driver's seat. I don't know exactly what the problem is.
They are trying feverishly to get that Stomper Chevrolet started. Mike wanting to gain these valuable Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge points.
If you remember a moment ago, Mike waited patiently on the starting line for the Gravedigger, who was having problems. Now, the tables are turned. Witt waits patiently. He's suited up. The Alien driver, now it's his turn to wait. It's not going to have to wait any longer, Richard. The Alien going to go a single shot, so the final will be set at the completion of this run.
All right, so Kevin Dabney has come all the way from the state of Florida to make it to the finals, but he must make a bye run here in the semifinals, and he is going to take things nice and easy down the fast track of the Nashville Motor Raceway, kind of, I guess, protecting the engine and the vehicle for the final matchup against USA 1.
You know, you don't blame him a bit. What I'm interested in right now is what lane will Litzow pick in the final. He does have lane choice. Let's see if he bounces back to that left side.
Well, of course, he used that psych job going up against Rich Hoosier. Maybe that's where he only wanted to use it, was against Rich Hoosier, because Rich with the national points lead, Rod is chasing him feverishly, and maybe he'll just come out and play it straight up against Kevin Dabney here.
Okay, the lanes are set. Dabney is pushed to the inside of the track. Litzow, USA 1, what does he do? Comes right back to his old stomping grounds. He's coming back to the left side. See what's going to happen. A national point chase is really tightening up. The left lane is trying to win a championship, and look at that. He comes out a little bit out of shape. Sparks come off the inside, but USA 1 marches to another win, Richard.
Sparks came flying out of Kevin Dabney's Alien machine, and Rod Litzow, in record-breaking fashion, has won the title in Nashville. Don't know what happened to Kevin's machine, but Sparks came flying out of it after he came over that first set of jump cars. Rod Litzow moves ever so closer to the national title of the Renegade Circuit. Army's got your winner trackside right now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's kind of getting to be a familiar story. The USA 1 Chevrolet wins again. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Army.
I'm going to ask you one more time.